Just
Welcome to your awakening. Please take calm as your reality is adjusted.
Hello folks, welcome to Virtual Shamanizing with me, the Hairy Cookie Monster. Yes, doing things slightly different this evening. Hello and welcome back. If you have listened to the show before, I wasn't here last week, but I am here this week, sort of, kind of, in a virtual fashion. We'll get to that in a sec. Yes, hello, Virtual Shamanizing. It is the 4th of the 7th, 2013. Hello to all or any of our friends, listeners that are in the United States of America. Yeah, 4th of July. Lots of stuff I could say about that, but let's carry on as I intended to do in the first place. Yes, slightly different. Things are changing, slightly different. This is actually recorded. I've decided to do some recorded stuff rather than just live. I am going to be broadcasting this live, so I can interrupt, cut in whenever I wish to. I'm not sure if I will this evening, but we'll get to that as we go, like I usually do. Round and round and round we go, one step forward, two steps back, etc, etc. Yes, sounds familiar. But yes, this is recorded. I've decided to do this so that it'll allow me to do various other options, chop and change stuff or add things in, etc. I could talk lots about what's in the news at the moment. That's what I have been doing recently with this show. It revolved a lot around current affairs, the geopolitical status and the stories involved, as well as verging into conspiracy stuff, etc. And the more esoteric side of things, as I usually do, because that's primarily what I do. And that leads me nicely in a little circle back to explain why I'm changing stuff. Yes, I want to get back more to some of the stuff I was doing originally, the original intent of how I was trying to do this stuff. There is plenty out there if you want to look at news information, etc, etc. There's loads of places you can go to, loads of stories you can read, loads of channels you can follow, and I will mention stuff like that, and I will still be doing stuff like that, but I'm just changing my general approach to doing it. I may still occasionally do live shows where I just rant and ramble, but I am now more inclined to do them as a podcast format type thing, because then it will allow me to maybe, as I've attempted to so many times before, to be a bit more concise and codified in a topic sense, so that I can try and stick to a single theme within each podcast or etc. Plus I will more likely do various vlogs on my YouTube channel. I might do commentary on the news, op-ed type stuff, etc. I'm not going to start doing news aggregation. Like I've said many times before, I think there's plenty of places where you can get access to that, and there's lots of people doing a very good job at it, and I don't feel it's my set of clothing, as it were, so I will greatly appreciate those that do it, but I'm not going to start doing that kind of stuff. And at the same time, I know I have how shall we put it, a low productivity level. Let's put it that way. I'm good at saying lots of things that I'm not as well, but anyway, yeah, a low productivity level, so I tend to output things in bursts, and that as well leads me to the same conclusion of it would be better if I work in a format that is more readily inclusive of coping with that, or allowing for that, enabling that, beneficial both directions, symbiotic, I think. Yes, getting slightly esoteric. Let's get back to the news. Yeah, lots of things I could say about the news. Revolution 2.0. Yeah, there's lots of change going on, isn't there? The current situation in Egypt, the evolution, revolution. It all ties in together this evening. And yeah, I want to try and keep this somewhat short-ish because it's going to be a long episode as it gets into it. Anyway, yeah, Syria. Are a lot of the distractions that are going on in the news in general, above and beyond the usual distractions that we get through the average news cycle of disinformation. It does seem to me that over the past week or so, the general news attention to the situation in the Middle East has been pulled away primarily by the Snowden story as the spy tale continues in a catch me if you can style, with the news media primarily concentrating on the character of the story rather than the content that person was trying to get across to them. Yeah, it very much, even if the guy is genuine, which I think he may very well be, there's a lot of good evidence to show that he could be a genuine article, but the agenda, the media spin has most definitely jumped on that tiger, and he's concentrating the attention all on him himself. In a cult of personality style, chasing him across the globe, trying to figure out where is he, where's Waldo. Whoa. Yes, don't worry about what's going on in the Middle East, don't worry about what's going on in the South China Sea, don't worry about, look at this, don't look at the left hand, look at this, keep your eyes on the sexy assistant. Yes, don't keep an eye on what is actually going on, the usual distraction stuff. So there is lots of stuff I could talk about in the news, but my primary intention this evening is not really to talk so much about the news. I'm only going to give you one link in the chat room. If there's anybody there in the chat room, hello, welcome. As I say, I'm around live doing this broadcast, so I will be there to interact with people, and I can jump in at any point if I want to. But yeah, changing the way I'm doing stuff means this is pre-recorded. Yeah, one link I'll give you to one of the podcasts from James Corbett. This is just to reiterate a point again, but I felt it was very appropriate for a lot of the stuff that's going on from my point of view as well. So watch that at your leisure. It's 45 minutes long, I think, something like that, but worth watching. But there we go. I don't really want to go into news stories in any depth. I don't feel a need to at the moment. The foundation is laid. The beachhead is secured. It's time to start changing stuff again. Things change. Change is constant. I'm going to alter slightly the title of this show to spread the words out a little. I'll type it in the chat box, and we'll sort out the various required details in terms of the name on the website and stuff like that. But for now, yes, I'm just letting people know that's what I'm altering to start with, and that may very well lead on into other things, which it will. Alright, so this evening I'm going to take you on an audio journey, which I would ask, please, if you have the time, opportunity and intention, listen all the way through to the end. It is going to be a slightly longer than normal. Normally I aim to do about 2 hours, but this evening it'll probably end up closer to 3 hours by the time I've finished doing my usual rambling like this. But please listen through to the end to get the full effect, as it were, and breathe. Allow it to go through you and from you and of you. Yes, I will be returning to a lot of the original intent I had for what I'm doing with all this various kind of stuff, and this will be part and parcel of it. A redecoration or a reformatting, whatever. I could say lots of various metaphors and analogies and blah blah blah. I think I should just get on with it. I'm going to play you a little audio piece, and that then will lead into a playlist selection of stuff that is deliberately put together by me, a mixture of music and a few audio clips, etc., to create a storyline, a thread, a direction. As I usually do with these shows, I try to lead a singular thread all the way through it, but it's just my perspective. So in that artistic manner, I leave it to your interpretation. But as I say, please consume the whole thing before you start jumping to any conclusions or make any judgments, etc., etc. Yeah, let's start shaking some shackles, and I will speak to you again soon, or speak at you soon. Yeah, I will most likely do another show next week, or do other stuff pretty soon. Like I said, I'm still going to be around. I ain't going away anywhere. In that sense, nothing's changed in terms of my intent of actually utilising the internet in some way, in some format, to do this kind of stuff, to hopefully put information and perspectives out there that help people shake their shackles, shake their foundations, and revolve and evolve. I'll speak to you again soon, folks. Take care, keep talking, keep evolving. Virtue, all, shaman, I, sing. Snake sheds its skin, betwixt heaven and earth, ground and sky. Change is constant, crucible, friction, flame, revolution, evolution, revolve and evolve, breathe. Energy vibrates, sonic dance, transceive, transmute, emanate, sing. Phoenix redeemed, eternal rebirth, change is constant. Choice, intent, footfalls of destiny, harmony transcendent. The path goes ever on, travelling without moving.